This is a great big thank you video to Charlie and Jim for sponsoring us for many years to come. I just want you to know where your monies have gone this last year, what kind of programs we've done. So I've got a little short video that will take you through the club and the furniture and the programs that we do. But there's so many more things that we've done for these kids over this last year. We first and foremost brought 10 children into the private English school, and so they can better understand English at the levels that they're at. Mike has the film and video photography class that kids have participated in, learning how to use the camera, and hopefully get a job in some of the excursions or taking photos on the beach for families and weddings. We also have the jewelry class that's been off and on for the last couple years, but this last year, oh my gosh, we did some beautiful things. I think I've got some examples of some of the bracelets the girls made. They're absolutely beautiful. So those specialty classes go about every 3 months, so we don't get bored. We've gone surf instructing classes where the kids have gone for a 3-month period to become surf instructors so they can easily get a job into the excursions that feature learning how to surf. We've got lifeguard training. We just had one individual pass through a lifeguard training, and we sponsored him through that in Cabarete. We do sports camps all the time. We just finished a basketball camp where we had over 70 children participating over a 2-day period, and we're finishing the finale by taking a group of our kids down to the professional basketball teams playing tonight at their game called the Hurricanes. So that's pretty exciting, and you're sponsoring that. I started our gardening project, and I've got in the video, I think I explained a little bit about the gardening. And that teaches not only science and biology and photosynthesis around growing their own food, it also gives them tools to be able to grow things in their own houses that they can use in the future. We also have cooking classes that go along with our gardening classes. We bake cakes, and we learn how to combine foods and herbs, and they learn measuring and science and math in our cooking classes as well. Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh, we've done theater. We did 2 productions in the city here at the local theater, and that was phenomenal. The kids learned discipline and learning their lines, learning how to read. So many wonderful things came out of the theater project and the dance project. We've done a lot of things surrounding swimming, learning how to swim, going to the local San Marcos pools and some hotels and beach days. We have lots of beach days where we take the kids into the ocean and play some volleyball, maybe do some yoga on the beach, and finish it up with a big pizza party. That's always a really fun reward to offer the children for doing well in our programs. We also are teaching them swimming in the different pools. We also have a recycling project in almost everything that we do. We try to teach park pickup and garbage and how to reutilize things, especially like in a garden project where you reusing plastic bottles and old tires, and we continue to implement recycling in almost all of our classes, and littering, how not to be a litter bug. We've taken them on certain excursions, like up the 27 waterfall hike, and done snorkeling in Sosua Bay and surfing down in Cabarete. So we've been able to take them on field trips where they get to know and love their own country, and that includes going to the area museums in Central Park and learning to appreciate their own culture and their own city that they live in, as well as expanding through the rest of the country. And usually after a hot day in all of our summer programs, you sponsor the water truck. And I'm sure we've got some wonderful footage or pictures to show you of just how wonderful it is to buy a big water truck full of water and just hose everybody down at the end of the hot day. That's a lot of fun. We also do a lot of parties. We have We just finished a wonderful presentation for our mothers. We made the Mother's Day gifts, and we had a Mother's Day presentation with dancing and singing and special gifts made for the mothers, and that was wonderful, wonderful. All the mothers received a plate of food, a present, and enjoyed refreshments with all the children we have here in our park area. We also celebrate a lot of birthdays and Christmas. We had an enormous Christmas party. We did have some other people help sponsor that at the last minute, but a majority of it was sponsored by you two. We gave all the mothers food bags as a Christmas present, a big amount of food bags. Each child got a special gift picked out and purchased just for him. And we were able to have clowns, and Santa Claus came, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was at a private restaurant on the Melicon on the beach. So, and we had to rent buses for that as well. So thank you for sponsoring that. Mostly, you have provided daily food for these children. Peanut butter sandwiches, juice, specialty birthday cakes that we do for special events. So all in all, Jim and Charlie just want to say a big heartfelt thank you for all that you've done. This is a list of, a few or a majority of the programs that we have that you've sponsored, and we really appreciate your donation, and thank you for all that you have done for Dove Missions and for all the children and families involved. Thank you. Mwah. This is a great opportunity for the kids to have some kind of a playground, an area to play, because as you know, their houses don't have running water, electricity, a safe place to play. It's usually garbage-filled beaches and that type of thing. And you'll see as we walk through here, all the lives that you have touched by donating to our programs, and how many children are having a childhood where normally they didn't have one before. And I just want to send big love out to all of our donors, and especially you, Jim, and your family for giving us this incredible opportunity. Well, let's go inside, kind of show you where we're at now and where we plan on going in the next year or so, and where your donations are making the most impact. I think it's probably a wonderful thing for you to see. Kids, this is our office area. We've got a security system here, got a beautiful computer set up here, and all the file cabinets and the schedules for the kids, and the food program for the moms. But as you'll see, every month is a different theme. We have the 6 pillars of character for the month of June. It says June, so the spelling's not that great, but is confidence. And then each class that goes through for the first week, we do what the class outline will look like, and then Saturday, of course, is more of a free day, and then this is the second week of the class. So this week we're going to be doing like a basketball camp, and we're going to practice with volunteers on the court, and then we're going to have a little competition. Here is the jewelry class that just finished this last week. So we would really like to do the bakery class for the moms and the older girls. We've got a couple older stoves here. Once we renovate this kitchen and put in proper tile and proper countertops, we have plenty of space to do so. Right now, we prepare sandwiches and juice for the kids every day. We do have some supplies that you've purchased for us to implement that part of it, and our cleaning supplies are here as well. And this is where the distribution happens. So this is where we distribute for all the kids. And this is where we keep all of the bag of peanut butter and the medical supplies for distribution. This is our first classroom where we teach English and have our regular studies. I think you will love this idea. Each child knows where their photo and name tag is. So they know where to come for each of the classes. It's grouped by classes. So they see here's all the little boys in the morning, little boys in the afternoon, little girls in the morning, and so on. So everybody has their name tag. Makes them feel very, very important, especially when they're on these really pretty lanyards. Here are some of the tables and chairs that were purchased. along with our secure supply cabinets. We've got 2 of those here. These are wonderful because we can lock them. You know, these children have never had toys of any kind, and when they get into a closet like this, if you turn your back for a second and don't lock it, you have stuff everywhere. And because it's just like, you know, Christmas Day every day. So, though we got 2 of these, one here and one over here, and the ceiling fans. And this is an example of what we did for our English class today. Can you hear this, Mike? Is this sounding okay? We'll see, huh? Hey, it's life in the DR. And then the teacher's desk. So that's our main classroom. Then we have our fun classroom where we also have another cabinet that's locked, but this has more of just the games and toys and the fun thing for the kids. We have a lot more books in our back office, but this is the library of the day where we put out certain amount of stuffed animals and library books for the kids to play with. And finally, I'd like you to see the second floor, which I heard you're going to be coming down to participate in the finishing and final build. This is the gathering space for the community events, outreach for our mothers programs, for food distribution, and for our parties, like our Christmas party and other parties, so we don't have to rent out other spaces to house everybody. But the final thing I wanted to show you is our garden project. We have started a guerrilla gardening project to teach the kids about health and nutrition, about cooking, about science, biology, math in the measuring, and recycling is the last thing. We've tried to start recycling bricks and tires, and as you can see over here, pop bottles, all within the realm of all the classes that we offer these kids and give them opportunity and hope and help for a much brighter future. Jim and Charlie, we couldn't have done it without you. My heartfelt thanks for sponsoring us and supporting us this last year and for continued support in the years to come. Great big thank you.